Hello. Welcome. I'm Mr. Slugg. Hope you like this. About being a Rhode Island celebrity. Yeah. That James Lutowski, that James Lutowski, that James Lutowski, yeah, he's watching me, he's stalking me. That James Lutowski, that James Lutowski, that James Lutowski, for I am Rhode Island celebrity. Big way for the roadie sound. We going down to town. We growing pound for pound. We rolling it Rhode Island style. Make way for the Dead-Eye sound. From here to Kingston town. Make way for the roadie sound. We riding it Rhode Island style. Make like a flick and chalice lick lick. And chronic burn circle in a short circuit. Medicaid chronic good statistic. Get great review from the High Times critic. You got to tell it to the nation. You got to tell it to the next generation. You got to tell it for the when one born, another one will be born. The same with dance a song to the weak and strong. And serious business and a time for the alarm. Youth of today resemble time bomb. Me buy me own corn, me don't read nobody's bond. You know I get the herb from the plantation farm. And when you jot it up, you know your lyrics must be long to reach from rodeo all the way to Hong Kong. Make way for the roadie sound. We going pound for pound. We going town to town. We rolling it Rhode Island style. Make way for the Red-Eye sound. From here to Kingston town. We going pound for pound. We rolling it Rhode Island style. 'cause you could tell it would end badly. With his lopsided head on the cryptic things he said, you just couldn't stand to hear him call you daddy. In the middle of the night, you wrapped him up so tight in his little felt lined blankie. Now his lopsided head turned a bright pink red, and you buried him oh so gladly. Nobody cries for an ugly child. Nobody cries for an ugly, plain but ugly, sawtooth child. And now nobody cries for an ugly child. Nobody cries for an ugly, plain but ugly, cleft-lipped child. And now say you won't walk up on his grave, 'cause you couldn't stand to hear the crying. You wrapped him up airtight, now you slipped him out from sight. Now your little baby's dying. Nobody cries for an ugly child. Nobody cries for an ugly, plain but ugly, clubfoot child. And now nobody cries for an ugly child. Nobody cries for an ugly, plain but ugly, dogged child. And now thank you, audience. Thank you. Slight reprise. Oh, shit. Everyone As usual, Saturday night with Mr. Slugg. Shall I keep going?
Hello and welcome back to Motifs Between the Notes, sponsored by R1 Indoor Karting, Gray Sail, and Trinity Beer Garden. I'm Tess Lyons here with Mr. Slugg, who just put on a rockin' performance. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a folk gal. Can you tell me a little bit about electronic and digital music?
No, the more I know about it, the less I know.
Got it.
I used to be considered electronic and goth. Now I'm not considered electronic and goth anymore because I guess I'm getting old. But I don't really strive for that anymore. I'm kind of more trying to rejoice in what is me, as opposed to striving towards being the most progressive or coolest or whatever. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, you're a Rhode Island celebrity, I guess you could say, similar to your song, Rhode Island Celebrity.
Oh.
Can you tell me about that one?
Yeah, well, James Latowski's been around a lot of shows, and he used to come to the Electro Reggae's a lot, and so I was figured, if anybody is a celebrity in Rhode Island, they pretty much know who James Latowski is, so threw that in there, and the rest is all Rhode Island praise, and I like Rhode Island.
Nice. Have you lived in Rhode Island your whole life?
No, originally from Connecticut, but I've been here for decades.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think of the music scene in Rhode Island?
Oh, it used to be so much better. In the 80s, there was so many more levels to it.
What do you think changed?
I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with the internet. I think a lot of it has to do with electronic music. I think it used to be people used to gather on Thayer Street or wherever they were and socialize a lot more. I guess more electronic stuff is done online more now, but just less of a social scene, I think, as far as like human interaction. But that's just me. I mean, I am really bad with human interaction. Always have been. Always been kind of antisocial, trying to break out of that over the years. Back in the punk rock days, it was a lot easier. I mean, fuck you was like a greeting, salutation. How you doing? And it was pretty common stuff. But now being inaccessible isn't quite as cool as it used to be.
Yeah. Do you think that, COVID definitely made it harder to perform live and all that stuff. Do you think that hurt the music scene at all?
No. I think, more people are doing it at home and more online. I think.
Is that how you coped with not being able to perform live?
Oh.
Would you do like live streams or anything like that?
I'm more than happy to crawl under a rock and never talk to anyone ever again. The hardest thing I do is try and get out and be more social and try and, get my stuff out there. And so, as far as COVID goes, I was more than happy to just close the door and like not talk to anybody ever again. But no,
this is a great thing.
I did a lot of dubs during that time. I tried to do a dub a day for a while. It lasted about 6 months or so, and then it was kind of hard to keep up with.
Gotcha.
But
can you tell me about this contains THC shirt? I saw it all over your social media. Do you make these yourself?
Yes. I just thought it was a cool. I saw it on the cookies at the Slater Center, and I was like, "That's a cool T-shirt." So, absolutely.
So you contain THC?
Plenty. Yep.
What musicians do you take inspiration from, and how do you think they affect your sound?
Good question.
We can answer it in 2 parts.
I have said many times that I'm not really a music fan. Like, I like a song, I like songs, and I ingest them and listen to them and that kind of thing. But as far as who's on what's album, what year did it come out, who's in the band, who used to go out with the band, all the other stuff, I just don't have any time for anything like that.
You can't keep up with that stuff. It's so hard.
So, but I just I used to, when I was younger, be into industrial and goth, Alien Sex Fiend, Neinster Zende, The Swans, that kind of stuff. Of course, also Jimi Hendrix and that kind of thing. So I really like playing the guitar. So I like making a lot of noise, and I like playing the guitar.
So how long have you been playing the guitar? Because you were doing some awesome riffs during your performance.
Well, I'm an old man. I'm 55, and I've been playing since I was probably 15.
Oh, wow. Okay. It shows.
No, thank you. But, I guess I took a little time off when I had a kid and stuff, tried to get a real job and that kind of stuff. But now, like I said, I'm just trying to rejoice in what was Mr. Slugg as opposed to striving to be the most cutting edge or the coolest or etc.
The most current.
Right.
Yeah. I'm dying to know about the name Mr. Slugg. Where did this come from? Should I have brought salt? What's going on?
Well, okay. Back in the day, yeah, I was a part of the Thayer Street Crime Syndicate, the homeless kids up there, the punk rockers that Mayor Cianci had his war against. I was arrested several times for failure to move and vagrancy and shit like that. But so as I was panhandling, hanging around, being a punk rocker, this girl from RISD, Sheila, kind of looked like Witchy Poo. She had the little pointy nose and everything else. And she'd walk by and say, "You're nothing but a slug." Then one day I was just hanging around with my friends and down in front of Store 24, and all of a sudden, in her loud, shrill, Witchy Poo voice, she screamed, "Mr. Slugg, I love you." And they all looked at me, and it was been that way ever since.
That's what started it all. That's
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah.
Wow. Did anything happen with this girl? Was her
No.
declaration of love?
No.
You just got a cool name
Just
from
got
it?
a cool name. Yeah. She's famous in her own right, but from the day.
Nice. Do you have a favorite experience performing on stage or just performing in general? Or what's been your favorite performance other than this one?
See, I like underground stuff. We had a really cool place down in Allen's Ave a few years back called the Gold Coast Lounge. It was kind of a patients-only marijuana lounge, and it was a lot of fun. Played there a few times. That was a cool place.
Nice. So more underground, you like
Oh,
house
yes.
shows and such.
Yeah, I've always rode the crest of unpopular music.
Nice. Are you a mosh pit person?
No.
No?
No,
It seems so scary, and apparently there are rules for it.
no, this isn't the original nose that I was born with. No, I've learned my lesson.
Nice.
Excuse me.
So when you perform, what do you want your audience to like experience and go through? Do you want them to be like jamming out with you or just kind of vibing?
Honestly, I do it for my own entertainment.
So you're not just entertaining the audience,
No,
you
I
are
don't
the
see
audience.
how anybody would invest money in sending a 55-year-old guy with glaucoma out on the road to sponsor his new album. So I just, wherever I get a gig, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing. Usually have a good response. And I'd love to get some callbacks from one of the other bands for gigs, but yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's an announcement.
But yeah,
So
playing's fun.
You mentioned an album. Do you have an album?
Well, yeah, on Spotify and all that stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
And I don't know if that's cool to say anymore.
No.
No, Neil Young's not on Spotify.
Yeah. If you had like a music video, what do you think the music video would look like?
I have no idea, honestly. I would love to have like I don't know, an image person tell me what I should do or et cetera. But yeah, as far as like videos for my songs, I couldn't even imagine.
No?
Mostly what I do is I just take collages of like graveyards and trees and stuff like that and throw them in the background. But mine are not professional videos.
It's a very dark, you're saying.
You know, it's my person. I don't know. I guess so. Not that I'm really that dark. That's another thing. I seem to always be doing something different. So it's hard to say exactly what I am. So marketing me might be kind of difficult. It's like it's reggae 1 minute, it's rock 1 minute, it's rockabilly. It's
hard to nail down a title sometimes.
No.
You keep on mentioning your age, but it seems like you have to do a lot with tech and everything to do the kind of music that you do.
Been around forever. Got my first Dr. Rhythm out of the trash behind a practice space because somebody decided it didn't sound like a drummer. So from there, I don't know, I cracked Fruity Loops back in 2002. I have a legitimate copy now. Yeah, so it's been 22 years on Fruity Loops and laptops, and then another 15 or so years before that in drum machines and electronics and sequencers and
Nice.
and those are horrible. Listening to sequencers, the old days was terrible.
Can you remember the first song that you learned on the guitar? Or what got you
Exercise in E. Yes.
into well, what got you into playing the guitar? Like what made you like, hey, I want to pick this up and
Jimi Hendrix and Kiss.
nice.
Pretty much. Yeah. Seeing Kiss, Jimi Hendrix, the two mashed together.
Nice. They're the inspiration.
Mm.
So you mentioned Spotify. Are you on Bandcamp or do you have any new projects
Yes.
coming out or anything?
Well, I like the philosophy that somebody once said online that why record another album if there's no call for it? So I put out singles and that kind of stuff on Spotify, and one at a time, see how they go. And if you ever get a big following or anything like that, and everybody wants an album, then we'll put the album together.
Nice.
And sure, I'm looking for a producer if anyone wants to get together.
So any upcoming singles or anything coming out?
Always, all the time.
All
Because I
the
have
time?
my own studio at home.
So we just got to watch out. We just got
There you
to
go.
keep updated. Okay. What's your social medias? Do you have social media or
I'm
any-
not hard to find. It's
any way for the audience to find you?
well, the easiest I believe is just put in Mr. MR and then SLUGG, 2 G's,
Jeez.
and you should be able to find me pretty fast.
Nice. Anything else that you want to shout out or anything? Any upcoming projects?
See,
Or
I'll
performances?
be at May Day on June 11th, and or is it 10th? June 10th, I think. And then down at Dusk with Zero Gods and Tongue. I believe that's July 11th. So June 10th and July 11th.
All right, cool. So we'll catch you there
There
then.
you go.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Slugg, and thank you to the Parlour, R1 Indoor Karting, Trinity Beer Garden, and Gray Sail for sponsoring. I'm Tess Lyons with Motifs Between the Notes, and we'll see you next week.